Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Toyota Masters. We're into 5Power versus Heroic here on the mainstream. Unfortunately, we have missed the pistol round due to a bit of a communication breakdown. But we are getting live into our pistol here for our first map of this best of two in our group stage. 5Power taking CT side on train as the first map here. And they're going to start things off with a pistol round as well. Heroic not going to get so lucky off of this one. Again, I wish I could have broken that down in more detail, but I literally just got the IP as the map, as the map was starting to get started. So there we go. 5Power with a nice start, and against the Eco, Heroic should be relatively standard CS to start things off here in our first map. As expected, this map was picked by, who was it picked by? It was picked by Heroic, so expecting this one to go towards their favour. In terms of differentials in map difference, they kind of both have similar win rates on it. So I'm not sure how well this is going to be going. Again, we've got a very small pool of results to pull from, especially for the likes of 5Power. Who are going to take the early lead, however. Zhao going to get himself 3 kills. Shooter in with 2 over on the B bomb site. They're going to clean house with the SMG and the M4. And it is an expected result, again, with those SMGs and rifles up against the full-blown Glocks. Full eco here. The 5 AKs for Heroic will come to fruition. As the first full buy comes in for the T side. Playing out a standard default towards the T-con position. Actually, there's 3 players held up in T-con area. Celine, S-Tag, and Freiburg. Held back here, hoping to catch off an early CT side aggressor, excuse me, I should say. Smart assist with the utility. I think they're going to try and see if they can execute their way onto the A bomb site. As they look for information, it's S-Tag getting the first man down. Shooter by training, but Assyrian trades it right back to the 4 versus 3. Heroic quickly bursting into the A bomb site, and again, they're going to be able to find those frags relatively easy. 5Power with only 1 trade, and it was an early trade as well. Did look relatively confident from them, but in the end, it was not to be, and the bomb does go down for the Heroic side, so taps on taps. Freiburg finally finds the final frag. 2 kills for him. The first on the board for Heroic. Not getting the best of starts, but of course, coming right back in that rifle is the way you want to go here if you are the European squad of Heroic. Of course, reinvestments will come through from 5Power, forcing the buy down with the scouts, the M4s, the FAMAS coming in on Dobu as well. Heroic certainly going to come out with the better buy as a result of this, so can dictate the pace of the round all they want to. Ooh, but Dobu with burst fire onto Mertz does not get the damage that he wants. The dink could have been fantastic against him. An M4 that would have been even more deadly, but minimal amount of damage done to Mertz. And Dobu will keep spamming his way up the wall. Trust if he can find something out here, but nothing is going to come his way. No kills, no significant damage to little Mertz. And now a minute to go here for Heroic to make the execution into the bomb site. The Shooter Pie gets ready with more smoke to try and hold off the T-side players. The execution will come through over the hedge. Freiburg straight in on Shooter Pie, sprays him down, takes the head off its shoulders. And a 5-on-4 scenario will ensue with Zhao next to fall at the hands of Mertz. Heroic again burst onto the bomb site, isolate those 1v1s and just leave 5Power. Not a whole lot to do here. EKL coming from the backstab, might take down Mertz, but his backup is slowly falling. In fact, the main force again isolates another player in connector. And Dobu is the man to fall for it. AK recover for QKA, Cable with a scout in his hands. It would be nice if we can get one of those M4s that was dropped, but they're way too deep in Heroic control, so there's those first 2 rounds. Gain the next 2 after that. Heroic still looking quite good, although Freiburg will go fall into the hands of QKA, so that's a little something out of them. Oh, and he couldn't quite get the headshot as well. That would have been fantastic if he landed that second kill. That would have been damage done to the Heroic side. But not to be in this case. 5Power going to be struggling early on here. just USPs to support the rifles that they saved from that last round. The AK of QKA and the Scout in against the AWPs and the 4 AKs. Mert's taking a little bit of early damage here, but it's actually S-Attack is the first man to fall. Down in Pop Dog, got caught up on the ladder, and QKA capitalizes on the opening frag here for the 5Power side. So they can get that rifle back out of dodge and use it to the favor of the CTs, but even more damage are going to get traded back towards Ivy. The nade lands perfect from Asilian. Molotov as well to force the back out of position. So Heroic have this side of the map for all intents and purposes as Mertz tries to continue looking for frags over in T-Con. As you got close towards a good flick on the blind smoke. Trying to wall bang main connector as well, but no one's there for 5Power. They're just going to be held back on the A bomb site. Out in Pop Dog. Out on the B ramp area. I'm not expecting this aggression. He's going to try to see if he can bait it in. He has got a bomb with him, though. So Heroic, if they want to try and play this out, they've got to pick that up. And Firebag will try it around, see if he can get something done right here. Join the main force over in the brown halls. Modi and Asilian. Smokes to play for. Going to put a couple out onto the B bomb site with flashbangs, potentially. Put a rotation in from one player, so they've drawn most of their forces away from the B bomb site, but the counter execution's not going to come through from Heroic. They've got 27 seconds. The backstab is incoming. They've only got one player out here. Modi will take down ShooterPie, but Asilian not ready for QKA as he backstabs in. They believe all the T-side forces are here on the B bomb site, and QKA is going to back off. I don't know how much information he's got, but now the smoke in towards Pop Dog is going to reveal the true nature of the plan. 10 seconds, Mert smokes on a bomb site, and actually might get taken down, not quite by Dobu. Freiburg there to support. Turns it to a 3 versus 3, and now hides behind electric box to try and catch off even more CTs, but look at this. 2 of them are already placed up in Pop Dog. Peek together, Freiburg could be a goner, but he gets back in T-Con just in time. 5Power, their way out. Freiburg in those footsteps. I have no idea that this man is here. He'll take the spray, but Freiburg will win it out. Modi ready for a backstab as well. The CTs have both again held up in Pop Dog. QK has got himself 2 frags. Mertz on 4 HP. Freiburg on 46. These could be easy kills for the Scout and the AK, but they've got no defuse kit and they're playing it super passively. They're looking for the exit frags. They're not going to be able to get this round away. It will be a third for Heroic. Mertz not quite getting away alive. Got caught up by his teammate there, but it's alright. It's okay. Damage done is not going to be a major amount for the Heroic side. They've still got money to invest in. It's going to start looking a little bit weak on a few players. But if they can keep all 5 in the next round, they should be able to rebuild that back to a decent standing. As it stands for now, though, 5Power back in for another buy here against the AKs. The M4's coming through. Of course, QK saving his 1 AK from the last couple of rounds. And Cable with the Scout is trying to get something done here towards Ivy. I think he landed a tag on Mertz. No, that was that towards T-Con, excuse me. So he didn't actually land anything there. Instead, ShooterPie is going to finish off Mertz in the main area of the T side of the map. Another opening frag for 5Power, but they've been unable to connect these into follow-ups. They've been unable to turn these advantages into rounds. Just 45 seconds remain on the clock. Heroic once again creep out towards... Ooh, good shot from Cable. Will start doing a little bit of damage to Freiburg. They might set up a kill later on down the line, especially because he's the lurker. He can't push into the A bomb site and try and set a fake without potentially going falling. Modi, meanwhile, will face out towards upper, and he's going to get taken down by ShooterPie. 5v3. 5Power have found the frags to their favor. Very few trades coming in for Heroic. None, in fact, until Helicilian lands down to Zhao. And Molotov on to connect to the bomb will be passed over to him, and now him and S-Attack lead the charge back in. One man towards Pop Bill, so the rotations coming through as Asilian takes down ShooterPie. We're back to evens at the 3 versus 3. Freiburg's got to be wary of the backstab player, though. That could be the end of him, but QKA instead gets turned around upon, and Asilian's waiting for the players in connector. 3 kills for him, 1 stolen by S-Attack, and Heroic are going to connect a 4th in a row. T-side going swimmingly here for the Danes and Swedes. their way inside once again towards the Ivy position. Because they took out all 5 players in that last round, leaving 5Power not a lot to work with. CZs and PT50s alongside that Scout, very little armor to play with. Looking for that max loss bonus buy in a couple of rounds time, and Mertz looking for the max money bonus kills. 2 quick sprays and Cable and Shooter Pie. It's the Mac 10 with plenty of cash in hand. It's getting really funny on CT playing the aggressive forces. Shooter Pie spotted out by Morty in particular. Let's attack and Heroic clean up Dobu and KKA towards Connector. Or T-Con, I should say. Now Zhao, last man left. Mertz looking for his 3K. Sprays on through and gets it. Simple affair enough for Heroic. 5 in a row now for this team. 5Power on Maxos bonus, and they've got the money to invest. Double AWP setup coming out from these boys as well. Reckon that's out very early here in our first half. But let's see what they can do with it. And usually they've been able to get those opening frags regardless of what weapons they've used, you know, AWPs or AK, or M4s, I should say. It's all about the aftermath, like what happens after that. Dobu will take Freiburg down, and now Heroic, this is when they start getting trades together, but Dobu repositions himself and gets shut down by Cillian anyway on top of Blue Train, looking for even more sprays on through towards Cable. He's on for 2, maybe even 3. QK trying to trade it right back, but Cillian still kicking and screaming. 3 kills finally going out the Shooter Pie. Modi will finish the job. And now it's all Zhao on A site. Tag held back behind the electric box. Creeping around the back of the bomb site. Hold down against Modi and Old Hell. Reloading, Zhao's going to hear that. And Modi's not ready for it, just repeats back away at the right time and connects the spray. 2 kills. But Cillian, the real MVP of that round, on top of Blue Train with no health. Still managed to get 3. MVP of that round, that is for certain. Firepower unable to work with what they had, and now back to the half buy. Ooh, but a great couple of nades on Freiburg. Actually will allow Shooter Pie to get the opening frag. Zhao looking in towards the Cillian as well. The damage has been done. That's 2 rifles now that can be recovered for the CT side. They realize they've stacked in towards the A site, so Tag going to lead the T side force back in over to the B bomb site. Get that bomb plant down, but they're in a 4 versus 3 against them. Retaking coming from 5Power. At the very least, they don't have a defuse kit, so that's another point in the favour of Heroic. And the AWP of Mertz finally turns things back to evens. Looks in for Shooter Pie. Shuts down both of the rifles. QK also next to full. Cable will pick one up. Try to see if he can work with it against Mertz. Takes him down. Now against Modi, he's going to creep back over at CT spawn, realizing it's probably best for him to save this rifle. If he can get another frag, that'd be great. But the half buy doing 3 kills worth of damage to Heroic. They're going to start to limit that economy by a little bit. I imagine they'll still be able to get a full buy and still be relatively good on the money line. But it's a start for 5Power, and again, it probably is the best case scenario for what they had, or the most realistic case scenario for what they had going into the round. So, silver linings all across the board for the Chinese squad. But there's no silver lining in that scoreboard. 7 rounds in a row scored by Heroic. They're back in with rifles on a 5Power side. AWP from Mertz will start to peek in. It's just super aggressive. He loves these aggressive T-Con picks, and he makes some work against Dobu. Cable, meanwhile, out towards the Ivy area. Might find Freiburg at the end of the smoke. Indeed, he does, but this all been so far pushed up. Finally, someone deals with it, and Shooter Pie even doubles down, dropping the bomb. Looking for Modi. It's almost a triple kill, but no. The AK comes back with a headshot. Zhao ready to try and trade it back, and the Cillian's low on HP. He's not surviving this. We can take a frag with him, but that's as far as he'll be able to go. It's a 3rd on the board for 5Power. And a pause to be called by Heroic. And they are sitting in a pretty good spot, all things considered. I mean, like right now, 5Power going into this map have a very, very big CT bias. Like 64% of their rounds won have all been on CT side in the last 3 months. So they need this first half to go well for them, and if Heroic can shut them down like they have been doing so far, then that only means good things for the Danes and Swedes over on that T side. Going to their CT half, then the 5Power have expended all of their all of their energy and all their bonuses right here. Zhao in AK up first, spraying on through Modi. Taking out Zhao, a 5-on-4. Into the favour of Heroic, and they might do some damage on against the T side, but look at the stat coming through. Are they ready for Cable? He could get these 2 frags. Oh, he's going to round through, get 2, turn around for the 3rd, but Ascidian trades it back. Almost read all 3 players, and wouldn't that have been a play? 3v3 as it stands, though, with damage favouring Heroic. Molotov on QKA tagging him up, so he's glass cannon on this AWP. Just minus the aim punch. Still watching T-Con, he's ready for Modi's face, and Modi is going to fall. Looking for a second as well, he spots that shoulder of Ascidian. Catches him on the cross, spots S-Tag as well. Dober's ready here towards Pop Dog and shuts the bomb planted down. It's all S-Tag. 40 seconds on the clock for him to work a 1 versus 3. Up against Shooter Pie, sees him. The footsteps, giving his own footsteps away, getting on top of the green train. I'm going to catch off this player on the high ground, but many more CTs are all around him. He's going to account for all these players. Shooter Pie spotted, head taken off, turns around for the second spray, but QKA is ready for it this time with 5Power. Going to get another round on the board. In particular, 2 rounds in a row. Start to wear thin on the economy of Heroic. They're running low on loss bonus, obviously, and they're running low on savings. Now I'm going to fall by into this next round, but I think that might be the last fall by they'll be able to get out. Especially with the AWP from Mertz being bought in those last few rounds. QKA shoulder tanks Mertz. Couldn't quite take him down. Still receiving fire from the AWP of the CT side. Mertz is just happy to hold and contest the top of Red Train. Oh, and the nade from Zhao. This is going to be perfectly placed. This is going to be ugly. Oh, tons of damage done to S-Tag and Modi. "55 seconds left on the clock." QKA, so many lineups. If only you knew what was behind that wall, you could take those shots to get some easy frags for 5Power. But instead, I'll peek straight into the clutches of Mertz, and he'll get taken down. S-Tag Molotovs out Dobby from the electric box. Alright, try and see if they can push further out of T-Con. Freiburg up on top of the blue train. Dobby will take him down. Mertz feels fragging with the AWP, gets himself a 2K, looking back for Shooter Pie on the 3rd leg shot straight through it. He knows he's there. S-Tag will finish the job, but Cable comes in on the big old flank. 2v2 as Zhao gets a throw in, and Cable still on the flank, gets himself a 2K, traded back by Modi, and now it's all the 1v1. 15 seconds for him to work with. He's got to get this kill on Zhao relatively quick. He does not see him at the end of the smoke, and Zhao gets himself back over. Modi, 10 seconds, has to plant on the A-bomb site, and Zhao knows this. He'll wait. Might even let the plant go down, actually use those footsteps. Modi's going to fake it. Can he get the kill? Oh my god, Modi with the ultimate pro fake! 8 on the board for Heroic. With a hero-like play that Zhao did not see coming. Major caliber gained. And that is great for the T side. That completely shuts down 5Power. Not enough time to build the economy. And obviously no loss bonus left for them. It's a full reset with a force buy to boot. M4 on QKA plus 1 SMG on Zhao. But that is it. That's all they've got to write home about. Everything else, still looking down in the dumps. Maybe a bit of aggression might work out for the likes of Cable, but CZ really, and let's put that M4 back out there. We'll get some information towards Ivy, but not on the main T-side forces. They're going to put all the smokes and flashbangs over to the A-bomb site, and 5Power is stacked over B, so they're going to be ready for this push when it comes through. They actually might be able to make it work with one kill coming for Shooter by second headshot on Modi as well. As Attack trying to trade it back with the AKs, but he's low, as is Mertz. Mertz is actually going to burn alive. And Zhao continuing the spray with the SMG. 5Power with the stack have actually managed to turn it around, and 5Power will account for 2 players on the backstab. Flash in, QKA dead. They're not ready for Cable though. The knifes are out, and he will go falling. As Attack will trade it back to 1 versus 1, and dropping down into Pop Dog. Zhao got plenty of rifles to work with, and he's going to stick with the SMG, and that might work up pretty well because he's spotted Attack rotating back over to ramp, and he's going to be the one that clutches it for 5Power this time. Reset of the reset. The force buy works for the CT side. And Heroic will be down to a force buy of their own, except it's much, much weaker than 5Powers. Tech 9, CZs and Deagles compared to the SMGs and rifles coming in from 5Power in this round. And of course they still have the SMG and M4 from the last round. So Heroic on all accounts on a very serious back foot here. With their way around Ascillion. Control of the Ivy area, 5Power. Flashbangs in on Cable's part. Well, he actually doesn't get caught off guard by it. He'll be allowed a frag for it, so. Nice kill already for that pop flash, and now we're going to go for the main execution, the pistol execution. The smoke's down, the flash is over from Mertz. Going to try and buy them a little bit of breathing room, but they've all got to focus on that one-man Cable. He will get taken out like Ascillion out from T-Con, and the bomb should go down. Actually, this is a pretty successful round from Heroic already. If they can make it work a little bit more, then this will be fantastic. They force through. Deagle out from Mertz. Takes the 1D. Tries to get the second man as he drops down. Zhao's going to get control of the bomb site as he takes the first, takes the second, and Shooter Pie comes in for the third. Freiburg still trades actually. It's still a 1 versus 1. Possible for him. Automatic weapons have been dropped with the Tech 9. Oh, the one tap's all Freiburg needs. Can't grab one of the M4s or the AKs. But he will get a 9th on the board for Heroic going into the last round of the half. It's going to be a hard buy for both sides. And a tactical pause taken by Heroic again. Of course, Heroic are going to have the advantage in this buy-up with the AKs, the MAC-10s, and S-Attack yet to buy. Are we going to go with SMG and armor? Yes, thank you. I know I'm watching GoTV1. Very nice of you to let me know. Galil for S-Attack, lacking in the utility department, but the firepower may be enough against 5Power. To smoke their way in. Mertz ready for a flashbang. Are they going to be delivering one though on the 5Power side? Not quite. Eagle from Cable actually takes the first damage on Freiburg. Straight to the gullet. He's on 31 HP. Firepower still doing work with these Deagles. UMP and M4 haven't come into fruition just yet, but they might be about to. Execution in from the T side. Slow onto the A bomb site. They deal with Dobu. Cable's the next responder, but he's going to rotate back and allow QKA and Zhao to get into position. The bomb should make his way onto the bomb site, and Mert's actually ready for the ticker boost. Bomb down. QKA taking damage. Cable rotating around. Ooh, good shot from A1. Deagle onto Freiburg, finishing off the job that he started earlier on. Now Mertz waits. For Cable, he's going to leave connector pretty open, so it's going to be a chance for the CTs to strike, but he turns on the first, looking back in for the second. Actually, the CZ gets him down, looks towards the Heaven area as well. Shooter Pie going to get a lot of damage done towards him. Zhao going to Molotov, is sitting out of position. He might end up falling for this one. It's all down to the two players back at Electric Box, back at Pop Dog. S-Attack turns on for 1, 2, and 3. Nice transfer from him. He stays alive at 8 HP and claims double digits for Heroic at the turn of the half. And again, that is fantastic for Heroic. 5Power, a very CT-sided team when it comes to their victories on train. The fact that the Heroic side have won this by this kind of a number, this kind of a margin, you know, only means good things for the Nords. The second half is going to be a hell of a challenge for 5Power. I'm imagining that as a result, Heroic should be in, again, a confident position. USP is coming through. S-Tag with the defuse and smoke for his side of things. Single flash smoke and PT-50 for Cable. On the 5Power side, he's rocking the firepower for the 5Power side. Heroic do push one player out towards the brown halls, but nothing significant being found other than just the information on those two players rushing. Didn't see the bomb, then taking any damage over Australian, so he doesn't. Plays a risky position, but doesn't get out with any major damage. Firepower going to play a very passive default here. Out and T-Con, there are two players. What? 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 That's not right. I believe that's the admin trying to see if he can get to the spectator mode. Otherwise, it's not going to affect this round as it stands. Two CTs traded back for one more. Molly trying to tap his way on through towards Shooter Pie, catches his head. QKA also going to fall when Cable will be able to get a good trade back, but it's in a 2 versus 1 and now 2 versus none. It's Heroic gain control of the 11th round. Of course, a quick pause. Why is Minis on the T side? He should be in the spectator, buddy. Come on. There we go. That's better. Heroic with a nice pistol round again. Going to start to put themselves on victory row. M4s, AUG, SMGs. All out to play for here for the CT side. 5Power don't have a whole lot of anything. Just upgraded pistols, hoping for a good opportunity against Kevlarless players. S-Attack's going to be ready for the first phase, spotting the player jumping back and forth, which you might look at over right here. Good spray transfer onto him. Reload in, may give QK a good chance, and indeed he does take it. SMG now picked up for the T side, but Mertz also out here onto the blue train. Quickly ducks down, quickly picks back up and takes down Zhao. Getting back on the retreat, ready for the CT plays. Ooh, Freiberg catches the shoulder of Cable and takes his head off his shoulders as a result. We have 2 players remaining on the T side. Now just 1. Shooter Pie left alone to fall to the hands of Asilian. Nice clean up from Mertz as well. Only 1 SMG lost, so nothing of importance for Heroic will be going down. The rifles of 5Power coming into fruition. 5 AK-47s, a little bit limited on utility, but they have got enough to the defaults and the execution sets. Got Molly already in with a nade. Ooh, that's awkward. Ah, that should have gone up. That could have done a lot of damage on one of the T-side players as it stood, but not to be in this case. Now, Shooterpie's going to catch an overly aggressive ESSA tag, so... know where the bomb is at least, but that could really go anywhere at this point as Mertz trades one back over to the T-con position. Molly's ready here in Brown Halls for a spray on Zhao and takes him down. It's 2 for 1 now. Favor Heroic. He has to take control of the B bomb site. Shooterpie, Dobu, and Cable. Very different positions on the map. They're isolated for 1v1s that Freiburg is happy to swing wide and take. Cable down, now Dobu down. Shooterpie left in a 1 versus 4 for the ace clutch. Gets the first man. Looking on for the second up to Evan. He's low HP, but can't get a Cillian on the next transfer, so... AK's recovered on 1. 13 to 5. And actually, Heroic did take a lot of damage, so there could be a bit of economical game coming into play in the latter few rounds of this half. But even then, 5Power are not going to try and invest into this one. They're going for the quasi half buy. The Chinese move straight into the B-bomb site, covered up by Modi, and the nade in from a Cillian. It's a clean-up. Utility damage and crossfire sprays, leaving Cable alone with no bomb. And no chance of doing anything in this round. It was expected again. 14. Eco for 5Power. Rushed it down. Unfortunately, it didn't work out this time, so Cable just left to pick up the pieces. Think you're going to be able to get a frag. Actually does catch Roddy. Pre-fires it. Looks for Mertz as well. M4 picked up, and now Cillian ready to start moving in against this one M4 save. That they can let this fight, if they don't let this grab rifle get away, then Cable's in a lot of hurt. Indeed, 4 kills will go to the favour of Cillian. In no small effort, thanks to the double dunk down of the nade. It's 5Power now invest. Looking for the opening frag here. Mertz actually will get burned alive by the initial mortals coming from Shooterpie, but X-Attack getting even more damage back on Zhao as he sprays through the floor. Over at Pop Dog, getting that information, getting that control, getting that amount of advantage. Meanwhile, Shooterpie takes a wallbang shot onto Mertz and while also taking out Modi. X-Attack now ready to move up with the AK, spotting the first man, decides to fall right back because he knows that he's in a lot of trouble on those ladders as Shooterpie continues to frag blind through the smoke, takes down a Cillian. X-Attack on the backstab gets shut down, and Freiburg's left alone. Clutch and a half frame, he takes one man down, but can't deal with the second. The flank coming in from Zhao will be able to finish the job. And 5Power on their rifle round are going to be able to get some sort of control. Scoring their first on the T side. And Heroic. And onto the M4 AUG from our CZ and AWP buy. To be honest, from top to bottom, that's like a ranking of the most powerful guns they have on this buy-up. It's going to work out well for Money to start things off. Shooterpie will trade him back. Spots that second man of the AWP as well, but can't get any tags on Mertz. The Cillian will take more damage, but Freiburg falling on the A-bomb site. Shooterpie now ready down towards Pop Dog. S-Attack's not ready for him, and he will go falling for it. So it's the 3 versus 2. 5Power finding some new breath of life, and Mertz is here to shut that all down. Gets the first orb shot, not ready for Cable in from Ivy, so it's all Cillian. 1 versus 2, knows where Cable is, takes him down, and really wary of where QKA can be holding in from. He's looking the wrong way as the peak comes through. It's 2 kills for him. And 5Power get lucky number 7 on the board. Tisa just continuing to stack up rounds and try and mount some sort of comeback against Heroic. It's still quite difficult again. Heroic are only 2 rounds away from winning this map. Is their map pick again, so I'm not too surprised that they'll be able to do that. But so straight in shots from Cillian will try and do some damage to the T-Con players of 5Power, but other than QKA, they're going to remain relatively unscathed. Although I'm saying that the USBs are combining. 2 players down at about 50 points or lower. Should have player coming in to clean up the pieces, takes down a Cillian. These Mertz isolated and alone. He will go falling. Freiburg also low on HP. Down to the likes of Zhao. 2 kills for him. And 1 more kill for Cable to close out. All 5 stay alive for 5Power. 8-14. Heroic now have a bye. Or do they actually? Might go for the half up here so that way they can get the full buy in the next round. And yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They want that AWP. They want all that they need to back it up. So half buy from Heroic on this one. Look at them with a flashbang. They could overwhelm Dobu with the CZs. Indeed they do. AK picked up by S-Attack and they wrap back out at T-Con. If they went a little bit further, they would have been able to find that bomb. Listen from Shooter Pie still gets dinked down by Moddy, so a chance now for Cillian again on the CZ. Hearing him drop at low HP. He's down and out. A 2-for-1 trade as Mertz waits around from Ivy, hoping to catch off a T-side player rotating around the corner, but no one's going to be there for 5Power. Up in the apartments. Up over in Brown Halls and up on the top part of Pop Dog. Still 60 seconds left. Heroic could still turn this round around. It all is up to 5Power. What can they do with their firepower? Got 3 rifles against 2, but 3 players against 4. Not sure who comes out on the advantage, but Heroic can still work with these Deagles. Do not count them out. 1 Deags have been very deadly in the past, but look at S-Attack. He might be even more deadly here with his fantastic position. Sprays on through, takes the first man down, and have we lost server? Yes, we have. Oh boy. Well, this is what happens when the game is over. It gets cut off before the last round is over. But yes, that's going to be a 16-8 to the favour of Heroic on the first map of Train.